was greedy. This is written by Roger Hargreaves, and by the way, I'm Saachi. The problem with Mr. Greedy was he was very, very greedy. He would start off deciding to eat a little bit, but then the little got to more and more, and he had eaten the whole thing. Just that morning, after a big breakfast, Mr. Greedy was lying in his chair. Can you guess what he had for breakfast? 3 boiled eggs, 2 toasts, a whole packet of cornflakes, a whole bowl of milk, a whole jar of sugar, and a whole pot of marmalade, a whole tin of cookies, and lots more toast. After relaxing for a few minutes, he decided, let's go for a walk and decide what we are going to eat for lunch. So off he went. He walked quite a lot, especially as Mr. Greedy usually didn't walk a lot. He walked past the woods and saw a cave. I've never seen that before. I shall go in and investigate, thought Mr. Greedy. He was a very curious fellow. So, seeing the cave, he had to go inside. Then, there was the biggest, ginormous chest door in the whole wide universe. It was 100 feet high. Oh my God! Somehow, Mr. Greedy, climbing on the little bricks of the wall, he managed to get to the giant doorknob. It opened. He went inside. Then there were the table's legs. He went on and on and on and on and on looking. He just couldn't see the end. The same for the chair legs. He began climbing until he reached the chair. Then further. He had reached the giant tabletop. And then he found a reward for it all. There were oranges the size of pillows. Peas the size of cabbages. And don't mention the potatoes. So big. Then he caught the sight of the sausages. They were as big as I or you. He thought and went over and began nibbling. And he began rolling the orange around, figuring out a way how to eat it. Right then there came a thunderous voice. Who are you and what are you doing in my house? It was the most giant. He looked down and saw Mr. Greedy, and he caught him in his fist and raised him up. Who are you and why are you tiny and now you come and eat it. Boing! He smacked Mr. Greedy on his head. Ow! You seem like a greedy fellow. I shall punish you. You must eat every single thing on the entire table. Oh dear me, he thought, and he walked over. And then he got started, pea by pea, sausage by sausage, potato by potato, and orange by orange. Then, when he was done, which was 3 days later, the giant picked him up and said, "Do you promise to never be greedy again?" Yes, I promise. And that's how he was and is to this very day. Wait, I'll show you the new Mr. Greedy. And would you look at that? Now Mr. Greedy is never